This summer, a very, very powerful deck known as K9 is going to drop and counter everything there is to know about Yu-Gi-Oh, especially hand traps. We have our good brother Staven, who's going to help us understand it a little bit from the OCG perspective, because he's been playing in the OCG. Welcome back. It's good to see you.
Come in, close the door. It's good to see you. We're here with the homie Staven, and he is a K9 enthusiast.
I don't know if I go that far, but
Nah, what's going on, bro? What's going on?
yeah. So I was just gonna go ahead and show. I guess you could call it an early K9 build. I played OCG a lot, and then like last month I was in the OCG for a while, and I actually ended up winning a local over there. So I was just gonna go ahead and show.
So you be going back and forth from Ty. I see you, bro. He's OCG and TCG, bro.
Yeah, I do play both formats, but I'll probably be on TCG for a while now.
All right, bro.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and start with like probably the best card. This is the one you're gonna see the most, just because you can play it in the most decks. It's a hand trap, but it's also a hand trap check. So if you don't know what it is, this one's Isna. This one, if your opponent activates a monster effect in their hand or grave, you can special summon it from your hand, and then once it's special summoned, it can dump a K9 from your deck to the grave.
And this one's name is what again?
Isna. Yeah.
Isna.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, and all the K9s have an effect where if your opponent has 2 or more cards on their hand, that you can normal summon them without tributing as well. So that's important to remember.
That's busted.
So we're always sending the Lupus, I think is the name. This one has the same effect, but it can also summon itself from the grave as well. And then it has another effect that you can quick exceed on your opponent's turn, which is what makes it so good. So then you quick exceed into something, and then you're playing on turn 0 and interrupting your opponent. So these are the ones you'll probably see in a lot of different lists, even if it's just these 4 and then an extra deck package. And then, so the one that's more important for the K9 deck in general is the YUGIOH. This one is she special summons herself plus another level 5, any level 5 monster, and then has a initiation effect to search for a K9 monster. And that's important that it can summon any level 5, because that's why we're seeing it in Vanquish Soul in the OCG, and also you can see it in like Crystron, and also I've seen a lot of Cyber Dragon builds doing well over there as well, because the level 5.
I got you.
So the next one that we play is 3 Lancer. So this one targets a K9 name besides itself, special summons itself, and then the one from the grave. And then it has the effect to search for a spell.
So this is like the
Cannot
authentic.
spell trap.
This is the authentic actual deck you were playing in the OCG.
Yeah,
So
this is
it's
like card for card. Yeah, card for
got you.
card. So it might look a little weird. You might see Maxi later.
But it had like hands on. Did the deck feel like it was that ignorant? It was like, oh my goodness, this deck is.
Yeah, sometimes like if they hand trap you and you had gas and then you go into your extra deck, then you just start like going crazy on advances. For sure.
That's real.
So this is basically a K9 card. I think the TCG name is like chaotic elements or something like that. But it basically can search this or this. And then it also has like an effect in the grave, which I don't know the exact translation, but I know that you can banish it from the grave and you can steal a detonator.
Do you know if there's any what is it, TCG? Is there any kind of like difference in the deck over there versus over here? I just in case there's something I need to.
For K9 specifically,
It's like everything is pretty much self-explanatory with it.
I think the engine of the deck will probably look really similar in if you're talking about just pure.
I got you.
So then we got the case of K9. So this one just straight up searches for any K9 monster. It has an additional effect where if your opponent activated a monster effect in their hand or grave that turn, it also boosts all your K9 monsters by 900, I believe. And then also if it's destroyed, you can set a K9 quick play card from your deck.
Well, you know, I'm a generator
grave,
player,
actually,
bro.
too,
So I'm a generator player, so this deck speaks to me.
So I was playing just the one K9 deck. So this card during the main phase, you can target one of your K9 Xyz monsters, and then you can basically overlay a different K9 Xyz monster over it, and then you can destroy a card on the field.
That card is.
And then if your K9 monster battled that turn, you can set it at the end of the battle phase. So I thought this one was the only one. You could play the other one, but I thought you're really only getting to search 1 or 2 cards, and I think that this one was more valuable to search because it has an additional effect. Like it can out stuff like Chaos Ruler or
Hunter?
Chaos Angel.
Angel, okay.
Sorry. I missed that card, Chaos Ruler. Okay. And then I played one of the trap. Honestly, like I never even got to a point where I was able to like search for this. Just like particular. So one of the canine traps. So this one, it special summons a canine from your grave or hand, and then you get to special summon a canine Xyz monster from your extra deck using the summon monster as a material. But then you destroy that monster special summon from the extra deck during the end phase of the next turn. So, and then it has a end phase effect where you can banish it, and then you can target a canine quickly and set it.
So this is the second wave? Is this the first wave?
This is in the first wave. Okay. This one didn't come up as much because like I really only had a lot of opportunities to search for 1 canine or 2 canine spell and traps, and you almost always are searching for these. Unless you already opened one, so this was kind of like the extra option. So I think that it's probably optional.
In TCG's hands, we'll be like, eh.
I doubt you guys would play that. So then we're gonna go into like the level 5 extenders.
That's one of my favorite cards in the game right here, bro.
Right here is Dia Blaster. So if you don't know what it does, is you can special summon it to any zone that has no cards in it. And then if you scale it you negate the entire column. And that's also the monster effect as well. And so this is probably the best extender going first because you can just summon it for free. The deck needs 2 level 5 bodies on the field to do anything. Another reason why it's so good is because this combo together kind of bypasses that restriction of into a zone. So when you go second, I can summon this, and then I can summon this into a zone where my opponent might have 1 or 2 cards in that column, and then I'm negating the entire column. And the way that it's worded is that it negates any effect activated in that column. So it's not like you can activate the effect and then remove it off the field. It's still negated because it was activated in the column.
Yeah, that's ignorant.
Yeah, so this card's like really good for even going second as well. Yeah, so obviously I'm playing 3 of it because I felt like it was really good going first and second. And then this one is more interesting tech choice, but I was playing 1 life stage and 1 Corbane. So the reason behind this is like mathematically we get to see more names because this can just special summon itself. But this one, when you activated it in the meta that I was playing with, it forces an interaction from Draco Tail, for example. They're always setting a trap or 2. It forces the interaction there. They have to use it, or
so it's just the body itself. Yeah.
But the additional effect was also really good. You could target a Malice trap, and they had to activate it, or else they weren't going to be able to activate that turn. So it just forced out a lot of like back row. And then the one non-level,
seems worth it.
Yeah, I thought it was good, but the one non-level 5 I was playing is the Regulus, and that's part of my inboard that I personally went for, was with the Regulus.
Regulus is a hell of a card, bro.
And then I'll go to the hand traps / non-engine, which I feel like will look very different in the TCG. But I was playing 3 Ash. This isn't different. 3 Joel, 3 Maxi, or 2 Maxi. It's only a 2 there. 2 Valor and 3 Infirm. So basically, like all these could just be charming. Yeah. If you're playing the game, that's really what I'd recommend to play. And the only reason I didn't play Charmies is because the store didn't actually have them to sell them to me, so I didn't.
He's like, no, I literally.
Or else
had
I
to
would have
make
been
it
playing Charmies too. But, yeah, so
so they still have Maxi, right?
Yeah, at two,
and then 3 Charmy, 3 Charmy, 3 Charmy. Yeah, that's
yeah. So like
hand trap simulator.
Sometimes you can get in a state where if you open this, like some of your specific hands you can make Durandal, and just what that does. So. And then this is gonna look a little bit weird too, but like 2 call by and a cross out.
But it's like you can't use Durandal if you went into something.
Yeah, so that's one thing I should mention is all these restrict you when you use their effects to summon themselves from going into rank 5 light exceeds specifically. But there can be follow-up turns where you normal summon something even, and then you can make that later. Or specific hands can do that when you normal summon, and then you summon like a Dia Blaster, and then you normal summon, and then you make that. And then you make Durandal, you can do that as well.
So cross out is still cross out over there.
Yeah,
even
you
if
just need it for. It's basically only in there at this point for max Dia, and for the most part. This could be. You could play our God cards and play talents there if you wanted to. So this is the TCG. So yeah, so that's the main deck. It's 40 cards, I think. And then I guess I'll go to the extra deck that I was playing. My extra deck isn't perfect because my store again didn't have everything I wanted, but it was good enough for the game.
You got the job done.
I was playing 3 Ripper. Like realistically, you probably only need 2 of this, but what this card does is when your opponent would activate a monster effect in hand or grave, you can detach a material and then you negate the effect, which is already a good effect. And then its other effect, its ignition effect, which you can detach and then you can search for any canine card. And then if your opponent has activated an effect in their hand or grave, you actually get to set a canine spell from your deck, a quick play spell from your deck. So that's what I was talking about. Like you can start like if your opponent like starts interacting with you early and you can play through it, then you can just start gaining a lot of advantage off of just the Ripper. It just gives you extra cards,
which is going to be
for them playing with you.
So that's the staple combo, pretty much.
Yeah, it's in it also, and this is also a part of your combo too. Yeah,
got you.
And then we played one Hound. We played one Hound. So this one, the turn it's summoned, it can't be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effect. The turn is special summon. And then each time your opponent activates a monster effect, it gains 500 attack, so it can get pretty big. And then during the standby phase,
we get 2,500 too.
Yep, 25 actually.
That's broken, bro.
And then during the standby phase, you can detach a material from it, and then you can target a card on the field and banish. Target a card on the field and banish it. That effect doesn't often come up, but especially because your quick plays only work in the main phase, so it's just kind of like whatever most of the time. Most of the time, I'll make this the bigger one, the werewolf.
This is my card. I love this card. You know, I kind of like werewolf stuff anyway, but I'm like, you know, yes, I should watch
it does look
Twilight
pretty cool. So this one, it can attack up to the amount of materials that you have on it. So typically, it'll probably have 2 materials on it, so you'll get to attack multiple times in your battle phase. And it's 3,300. I've killed a lot of people with this card. And then it has other effect when your opponent activates an effect as a quick effect. Depending on whose turn it is, my turn or my opponent's turn, it does a different thing. But you detach, and then if it's my turn, I can banish a card from, or each from both my opponent's field or grave.
which is really ridiculous.
Yeah. And because it's it's each, it is pretty good. Yeah, you get to get rid of like 2 cards, and obviously like certain cards in the grave are really good to get rid of. And then if it's the opponent's turn, you look at your opponent's card or hand and banish a card face up until the end. Yeah, until the end phase. So it's basically like broken. Yeah, it's basically Omega in that sense. Okay, so the other ones, so there's the Durandal that I mentioned. Like if some hands you can just make this and be like, all right, search, and then I'll rip your hand. You play the one Chronomy. This is it's basically just there's a negate.
But there is a lock if you activate something. Don't you get locked out of them or something like that?
Yeah, whenever your opponent searches, you just chain this if you drew the droll, and then you just like rip their hand. But yeah, this is basically just a negate on field. And then probably like the most important card is you have to play a number monster for this, but it's the Nash Knight. And I think this is one you'll see in
card is busted, bro.
Yeah, so the reason I say it's strong is because we're summoning this on turn 0 with Isna a lot of the time. And if you don't know what it does, it detaches 2 materials, and then it attaches a number monster from your extra deck, which is why we have to play a number monster. And then you get to attach non-targeting monster your opponent controls.
Do you know what set Nash Knight is in? Or for us. I know you know.
I think it's out already, actually.
Is it out for us? Oh, well, okay. Well, that just multiplies it then.
Yeah, so this card is really good. And then like I don't play this package, but if this card survives, like say for turn 0, you can rank it up into the other shark that's like, I think it's a rank 7, and that one lets you detach a material to summon a number monster on top of it. So for example, if this was like 104 Masquerade underneath it, then I can summon the Chaos one over it, and now I have a monster negate that also halves their. You just alright.
Yep.
Then I'm playing the one
Infinite Tracker.
Yeah, that's for the combo, just to search off the. Just to search for the Regulus, and then I'm playing this DVD package here. Sometimes against like decks that have a lot of gas.
Shout out to that deck and all that support, by the way, too.
Yeah, that deck's gonna be good. Yeah, like some decks you just need more inboard, and if you have the extender, you can also go into this, so you just don't get like.
What's this guy's name? I forget his name. I'll post it. It'll be right
Half
here.
of them are named Caesar, so.
Yeah. Caesar something.
Yeah. And then Zeus, like you're playing Xyz deck. It did come up a lot too, actually, when I was playing.
Staple.
Yeah. And then the only links I'm playing are the Infinite Track one, obviously, so that we can make our Regulus live. And then I was playing this one, which looks a little funny.
Clara and Ruska. I see you with Clara and Austin. Did you know about Clara and Ruska?
So I can explain why. So these are actually like, they do nothing by themselves, pretty much, except for this one if your opponent interacts with it. So there's like situations where.
Oh, if they stop you, you can actually use her?
Well, there's situations where you have to normal this, and then I can search this.
So you're telling me that Clara and Ruska is going to be staple?
I don't think it'll be stable.
Okay.
But in this specific situation, I'll normal this, search this, and then on the main phase 2, I'll link it off to this, and then I'll be able to special them both and play into my combo.
So it unlocks you. It's like
It kind of can,
like an All Mirage kind of.
Yeah, it kind of lets you play when you normally shouldn't be able to play.
It's kind of like the same space as All Mirage. Feels like.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know if the side deck is relevant, but
All right,
this is what I play. I play
through
3
real
Bell,
quick.
which
MVP for me right now. Over here, the card is crazy for me right
no, it was good. I mean, it hits it hit Draco Tail cards. It hit Malice actually. And then speaking of Malice, I played this, and I guess I played all these. I played this just because I'm a fan of hat format. It's literally not relevant at all. It was just for fun. I played with and then I played 2 Lightning Storm, and then I was on 3 of this. You have Draco Tail was was a lot better at the time when I was playing it, and also in the mirror as well. You can stop those plays. And then there's one more thing that I wanted to mention before I went into the combo is Sangan. And this seems a little like, why would you talk about Sangan? But Sangan actually, you can turn this card, and so you link it for Amirage, and then you add Via Blaster, and then so there is a list that, so either you start playing with this because you unlock your hand. It's better than drawing another K9 that's unusable, and then you can start playing, or you could summon this and then you could go full Fiendsmith combo. That's something I saw. So that's like something
You just made a whole lot of Fiendsmith players smile really, really hard, bro. He plays Fiendsmith behind you. He just smiled. He looked up and smiled. He's acting like he doesn't hear me, but Austin heard me. He definitely heard me.
Yeah, because the Dia Blastar doesn't, it's not an effect to summon, so you can just summon it and then link into, and then just go full Fiendsmith combo. And I actually did play that variant there as well, but I didn't win that time. And then I can go ahead and show you the combo. There's no 1-card combos in this deck, which is
It's like they're like soft resetting the game, but they're doing it
so
quietly.
Draco Tail's the same way, and Yummy's actually the same way too, I'm pretty sure, for the most part. Well, unless you play like Engage, but that's a different topic. But so how the combo would work is you special this, and this can literally be a vanilla. It doesn't matter what it is. Anything that's level 5. So you special them both, and you'll use the effect, and you search for...
My bad, bro. That layer is over my left shoulder. I didn't realize it until I was sitting...
You'll use the effect, and you'll add the one that's specials from grave, and then we go ahead and overlay here, and then we go for our Ripper, and then we'll detach. We have to make sure that we detach the Jokel, so that we can make use of this, and this will search for a monster or any K9 card. So here, I'm actually just going to search for the quick play spell, or not the quick play. I'll search for this first, and there's a reason that I want to do that. And then, so actually right here, we're already insulated from nib. And if you want to play around Droll, then you don't activate this to add the monster first. You actually just go straight into this. Because then if you activate the effect to search, you can still combo. And then if they try to Droll you, you just negate it.
So it not only answers hand traps, but it also
It punishes you for it.
It punishes you for them, but then it's like it gives you a route by itself.
Yeah.
I got you. That's dumb.
Yeah, so then we're here, right now. And then if our opponent interacted with us, we also get to set a quick play from our deck, which is, so it becomes a +2. And then we can activate this in case our opponent decides they want to interact with us. And then we can go ahead and add this to Isna, which now we have this live for our opponent's turn if they do decide to activate anything in their hand or grave. So now I can use this to target this and special summon the Joko and the Lantern. And then from here, no, I'm not going to relay it. I'm going to activate this effect to search for a canine spell. And this is how we get that quick play spell. And that's when I was talking about earlier how we really only get to search 2 spell or traps. So like if you open them, like if I open this for example, then I'll go ahead and get the trap, but which I don't even know if is necessary. So our hand looks like this now. Now we'll overlay into the, from here you can either overlay into the River Stormer, or you could go straight, you could go into the DDD as well, if depending on your matchup. But for me, I was usually going River Stormer, and then I was detaching to search for a Regulus.
Why is River Stormer's attack 2,500?
And then we link it off for the infinite track.
So this is the negate. This is what gives you the negate that you need to get there. I got you.
And then I can go here like this. And so this was generally the board I was ending on. So we got basically it boils down to an Omni. We have a hand or Grave Negate here. You can pop a card here, and then we go into the Werewolf, and then we get to banish something on their field. Or no, we get to rip a card from their hand. I think it was on their turn.
And this card is I'm gonna be playing Generator with this probably anyway, but like man, this stuff is so good, bro.
And then if our opponent activates an effect in their hand or field, then we're gonna go for this, and then we're gonna send the Lucas, and then he's gonna summon, and then we're gonna make a Nash Knight, and we're gonna steal something from him.
Well, bro, I enjoy this deck. You enjoy this deck. Austin will probably ask for us about 2 months from now. He's gonna be, anybody got K9? That's just kind of is what it is, bro. I appreciate all your help, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate you. We out. Shout out to those bums over there, especially this guy, ultra bum. But he's that guy though. Big Dylan in the streets, I see you, bro. Dr. Bum. Future Dr. Bum. I see you, bro. We out. Screw that guy though. Screw him.